How do we know when we've found what we're searching for? Well, there's a good philosophical question, and it comes to us from George in Cologne, Germany. George writes, "We're always searching for the right setup of components. We're trying different types of loudspeakers, choosing different cables, using a variety of components. But how do we know that we've reached what we're looking for? And what if we reach our goal? What comes next?" Great philosophical questions, George, and I wish I had a great answer for you, but I don't. My simple answer is it's a never-ending search, just kind of like life. It's like, what's the meaning of life? Life is the meaning of life. It is this journey that we're on. There is no end goal. It's this journey. It is the journey. And in the same way, our quest for better sound is kind of like life itself, to me anyway. It's the journey. Now, I know a lot of people want to buy this, and hook it all up and be an audio nirvana forever. And they're good enough. And bless them. That's great. Good for you. I think that's terrific. I don't find myself envious because, to me, the fun of what I do is the quest. This whole thing that we're about is coming in fits and starts for me. So, for example, when I first started this audiophile journey, it was 1974. And I don't know how many years ago that is, but let's call it 45, 50 years, something like that. And I mean, I was desperate to have a better sounding stereo. And at one point, I had the greatest stereo I'd ever heard. Then I heard a better one. And I wanted that. And it's such fun. It's so exciting to have a system that brings this wealth of music into my life, into my home, to share with other people, to experience recordings. I mean, I use Qobuz now, which is this French service. It's a streaming service, and some people use Tidal, but I prefer Qobuz. And even though both are quite good, but that's just my preference for Qobuz because I think it sounds better. I mean, I think of some music I want to hear and I search for it. There it is. And I turn it on and it brings back memories, or wow, I didn't know this one sounded so good, or I didn't know how bad that sounded. But it's kind of like a library full of books. Like, I forgot how good that book was. I'm rereading all of John Steinbeck now. John Steinbeck's one of my favorite authors, and I had read many of his works, but I had never read Tortilla Flats. And before reading Tortilla Flats, I would say my favorite Steinbeck book was probably East of Eden. Travels with Charlie is a great one, but East of Eden was just really reached out to me. And then I read Tortilla Flats. Oh my God. And I don't, it's like seeing a movie over and over again. You don't want to, the first time it's like, oh my God, that is so delicious. And you can't have a first experience more than once. And the same with audio. I hear something for the first time and I'm thrilled, I'm connected emotionally. And if I had a better cable, a better something that brings me closer to that music, I'm thrilled. And I go back and I re-listen to everything. Why? Because it's the first time. I've never quite heard it like that. And what a joy. I mean, words in a book don't change. So Tortilla Flats by Steinbeck's the same today as it was, in the 50s or whenever he wrote it. But with music, with stereo systems, I can have a new experience on a continual basis and re-listen to some of the great classics that I've loved all along and discover something new about them. Now, for me, it's the journey, it's the quest. I love everything about it. I hope you find the same. All right, thanks, George. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.